it doesn't matter anymore. It's hard to believe, but the US elections are finally over. Markets are likewise relieved that we are not moving towards a contested election, let alone a constitutional crisis. This was indeed the market's biggest fear, as I pointed out in my latest podcast on November the 2nd, titled "The Real Risk is Not in the Name of the Winner." Yes, the Trump campaign seems bent on undertaking legal actions against the results in some key states. The prospects of such proceedings are, however, dim. If there is some uncertainty left, it regards the Senate, not the presidency. In fact, we may still have a so-called blue wave, a situation in which the Democratic Party, in addition to the White House, will control both houses of Congress. And we will know so only on January the 5th, when the state of Georgia will hold runoff elections for its 2 senators. If the Democrats would win both senatorial elections, a rather big if, 2021 US fiscal policy will provide much more fiscal stimulus, something that will be good for stocks in general, but even better for cyclical stocks and non-US stocks. The US dollar will weaken. If, on the other hand, the Republicans retain the Senate, perhaps more likely, then there will be less stimulus, thus less reflation. Stocks would do well too, though, in particular US stocks. The dollar will weaken less. There is something slightly ironic about this. The US presidential election is, after all, a hyperbolic global event, capturing the attention of the media in the US and across the world. A never-ending, energy-sapping saga. This presidential election was so in particular, for it took place in the midst of a pandemic, ended up unseating the incumbent, something that is already an exception rather than the rule, and he was a rather unusual incumbent on top of that. And what is the result? Well, as long as there is a name for the new president, that is to say, as long as there is an uncontested winner, it does not matter really. In other words, as long as the election removes uncertainty, something it has so far always done, it is a positive for markets. Simply put, once the election is over, it does not matter anymore.